Well, the solar eclipse, it's now just 3 days away. We started talking about this months ago. I mean, when I
started talking about it a year ago. I honestly put it on my calendar a year ago.
It's insane. Well, and seeing it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, but what you could see could be impacted by the weather greatly.
Yeah, so we've invited 3 News Now meteorologist Ryan McPike to our side of the studio for yeah, how was that? We're going to get a forecast and more, right?
Oh yeah, a lot more.
But the weather, I mean, that's the big question right now, because we want to be able to see this thing, but if it's cloudy, it's going to be a little more difficult.
Yeah, and you know what? Why don't we just use that as a starting point? Because a lot of people are kind of, this is the latest here, and again, we've been talking a week the last 10 days. It's not the most optimistic forecast, although we've seen at times, you know, that we may be a little more cloud-free. I'm not really worried about rain. Monday's going to be a hot day. We'll probably be up in the low 90s. That happens probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon. During the event itself, though, you can see temperatures kind of move from the low in the mid 80s. It's not going to be horribly humid, so I'm not worried about that. Just cloud cover. And I know, Mike, you've got your hard map. We've kind of got one that we've built into a graphic here.
Exactly what I've got.
There's the axis once again, and this is just one computer-generated model. Basically, it's just cloud cover is what we're looking at here. But where it's picking up on thicker clouds, you see the red. Unfortunately, Omaha this morning when I got in, we were kind of in a green or almost that base map color, which was great. And then literally between 5 and 5:30, it updated and went red or poor. So it's picking up on clouds.
But farther south, so fair, in that area that's fair.
The axis looks better now. Say from Broken Bow, North Platte through Kearney, Hastings, even into Lincoln.
So is that like partly cloudy? Is that what you're envisioning there?
Yeah, and I still think, again, this forecast is going to change. Here's the deal. We've got a front that's moving across the area, so there's going to be some impact, maybe even a shower Sunday night and Monday morning, although that looks a little less and may hold off until Monday night. Cloud covers are concerned, and that's where you see the red. It's picking up on a lot of cloud cover.
Here's a question. I mean, you guys are up on it on 3 News Now and your meteorology team. So, did I say that meteorology? That sounded funny when I said that out loud.
It's a big challenge.
It's a big word.
Try spelling it for the first time.
It is. Can you get an updated map on the website? Will you guys be updating that?
Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of stuff on our site that actually has little trivial stuff and little pieces of eclipse information and stuff. And I was actually looking through and doing a lot of research here. Yeah.
Can we talk about the eclipse specifically and how rare of an event this is, especially coming through Nebraska? I think it's been over 100 years or something like that since it's come through Nebraska.
Well, and actually, you know, I didn't want to correct James. He's right, they're not under the path of totality, but everybody in North America is going to see at least a partial eclipse. That's how massive this is. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
It's just he won't be, you know, Bakersfield isn't going to be underneath. It starts in Oregon late in the morning and then actually passes all the way to South Carolina before it ends. And you're right, at least here with this kind of thing, it's been about 100 years, 40 years since parts of the U.S. saw a total eclipse. So it's been 1979 since we've had something
similar. And that's the one I remember. I was in kindergarten.
Yes, we were youngsters back then.
Yeah, they took us out.
I remember that too.
Yeah, but it wasn't the path of totality wasn't in Nebraska. It was farther south. So
that's how rare it is. Like you said, Nebraska I think was about 100 years ago. Just parts of the U.S. it's been 40. Although they have eclipses all over the world, it's a couple times a year. So they happen, but something this big and coming through our state. In fact, we're one of the longest stretching mileage-wise from northwest to southeast. Us and I believe Missouri, and there's the path right there. It looks like it kind of peaks out. A lot of people are talking about, am I going to notice it? How long is it going to last? Here's something that's really interesting. It starts as a partial here, and let me find my times on this, 11:38 in the morning. And then it ends at 2:30. So we'll have some effect of some of that sunshine being obstructed by the moon for about 2.5 hours. Now, our peak time's 1:04, and it's just, again, we're at 98.5%, so it's almost complete coverage. We're not quite. Lincoln actually is where you get on the edge of that complete totality. And then obviously we talked about Beatrice and down toward
So you don't have to worry. I mean, I'm thinking, I'm going to be in Omaha. No, I'm not going to see what other people are going to see. You'll still get a great view.
What percentage is Omaha?
98.5.
Okay.
That's almost 100%.
So right. So
you're talking a teeny tiny sliver of sun or illumination there. The problem, again, more is cloud cover. Are we going to see anything?
Right.
But I've been saying this. You will notice it get dark. You will also notice that it's probably going to drop a little bit, especially underneath that in an ideal situation up to 20 degrees, the temperature drops. Really? And it's not going to be all, again, this is something that takes, you know, it's kind of moves across the sky for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on that. But at least where you have that total obstruction, if you're underneath the axis on that map we just showed, again, from parts of northwest Nebraska down, again, Lincoln, probably Beatrice, Falls City, down towards St. Joe in Missouri, It can be a couple, 2.5 minutes or so. So that's good.
Right, and then we go back into the 90 degrees
Well,
for the
yeah.
rest of the day.
Real quick, we got to get going, but eye safety, it's very important.
Yes.
I mean, matter of fact, somebody stole my glasses right off my desk last night. I know it was it you?
No, I got my own. My mom got
Oh,
me.
you got your own, okay.
Oh,
but
that's adorable, Ryan.
But you have to take precautions on this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the glasses first. Even if there's cloud cover, you don't want to, directly look at that without any kind of protection. And even then, you might not want to completely do that anyway. And a lot of people are going to be out for several hours, kind of watching this whole thing. Don't forget sunscreen. For sure. And it's a hot day, so we go back to our hot weather tips. Lightweight, light-colored clothing, probably a good idea on Monday as well.
And really get those glasses. I mean, part of me still thinks like, oh, you're fine if you look at the glasses.
Well, you don't want to look at the sun ever.
Very, very important.
Now, coverage. We've got Jen and Jen down there during the afternoon for some live coverage. Are you?
I'm going to go down there, yeah.
Okay,
We're going to Skype him live.
Okay, awesome.
And I might head down there. We'll see.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
anytime.
Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Monday, we'll be back with hopefully a little better look forecast.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Well,